It's a chance for our deeper emotions to sort of surface. Now will be a chance to integrate, reflect, and to get a lay of the land, where we stand on everything, how we want to process everything. Hi everyone! Today I want to talk about the planetary transits for the month of May. And before I begin, I just want to say I will be talking about the sidereal or astronomical placements from Vedic astrology. If you're new to this channel, hi! I'm RoseAnna. I'm a Vedic astrologer talking about new moon and full moon updates and planetary transits, so if you're interested in that, you can subscribe below. Last month was quite intense. We had a lot of personal transformation, a lot of things surfacing when it comes to our path, our individuality, our dharma, you could say even. So this month we will have a chance for our emotions to sort of catch up to all of those transformational ideas that we perhaps may have gotten. So there will be more focus on the emotional aspects of everything during this month. A lot of focus on the Cancer energy, and we will have there was a lot of intense focus on the Aries sign last month, and this month the energy will start to lose its grip a little bit, and we will sort of move on into, I don't know if I would say calmer, but there will be more focus on our emotional response to everything. We also have a lunar eclipse coming up, so we're not out of the eclipse season just yet, and that will also put the focus on, because we had the solar eclipse first, so during the lunar eclipse we will receive the emotional aspects of everything. It's a chance for our deeper emotions to sort of surface, and our attitudes towards everything that we perhaps gotten during the solar eclipse. So now will be a chance to integrate, reflect, and start to get a lay of the land, where we stand on everything and how we want to process everything. Okay, so first off, we will have Mercury, retrograde Mercury, in conjunction with the Sun in Aries on May 2nd. So this will sort of be almost like a last hurrah of the solar eclipse, of that intense energy. Sort of bring even more into light, what that surfaced for us, but also our intellectual processing of everything. So because when Mercury retrogrades here, we will sort of be given a chance to reflect and integrate and, consider every aspect of everything, because Mercury is very analytical. So you want to compare pros and cons, or divide within yourself everything that your attitudes basically. So this can be a good chance to really take some time to perhaps write and journal. If you're like me, I love to write things down and make lists and take all of the ideas from my mind and get them onto paper, to get more clarity. But, do whatever works for you. But this is a great opportunity to reflect on everything that perhaps surfaced during these intense past few weeks now. And while Mercury is retrograde, while also being combusted by the Sun, or really overpowered by the strong light of the Sun, this could also mean that our communication might be affected a little bit during the initial weeks of the month, because Mercury's ability to express itself with clarity and coherently might be suffering a bit. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Then we have also on May 2nd, we will have Venus moving into Gemini. And for me, this feels like kind of a fun, positive transit where, you just want to have fun and blow off some steam. And because Venus here gets really Venus has a natural quality of the air element. So, and when in airy Gemini, this gets heightened a bit. So Venus here is really concerned with social connections and, being stimulated by, fun ideas and passion projects and, creative ideas. There's just this abounding creative ideas, is the sense I'm getting with this. And so this can be a great time for, meeting up with friends or expanding your social circles and networking and, well, doing something just for fun. It feels like Venus, the main goal of Venus in Gemini is just everything has to be fun, Then, of course, not doing that in excess, but even so, it could be a good chance for, after all of those intense, transformative past few weeks that we've had, it could be nice to just sort of blow off steam and have some fun. So this is the sense I'm getting with Venus here. Also, Gemini is really a sort of restless sign, always seeking constant stimulation, and Venus has a sort of restless quality to it as well. So there could be some extra restlessness during this transit as well. But even so, I believe that it could be a good chance to have some fun, being more social and expanding your social circles or something. Then we will have Mars moving into Cancer on May 10th. And this can be a quite challenging transit, as Cancer is Mars' sign of debilitation. So this means that Cancer is the sign where Mars quality perform the least, or where they sort of they don't come out in the best possible way, you could say. So this means that Mars is the planet of courage and drive and action potential. In the planetary cabinet, he's the army general. So this means that Mars is really concerned with, taking action, taking orders, giving orders, directing the energy, very fiery, ambitious kind of energy. And Cancer is the sign of our inner self. It's our emotional aspect. It's our sensitivity. Cancer is really a very intuitive and also sensitive sign. So Cancer deals with emotions, our home, our family, everything that is closest to the heart, So, and if you look at the symbol of Cancer, the crab, that's really, sort of moving carefully to, counteract other people's actions and, protecting our innermost vulnerable side, or, protect our core. So Mars is really that aspect of Mars that deals with identifying the enemy and defeating the enemy and, protecting ourselves, can sort of get heightened here. So if we have a natural tendency to sort of guard our emotions and put up walls, this quality can get sort of heightened here with Mars in Cancer. And Mars here, because Mars is not really concerned with our emotions. And when in Cancer, this can really lead to us losing a bit of our, what would you say, emotional maturity, perhaps, where we're not really interested in looking within and, just contemplating and, what would you say, regarding our emotions calmly. Where Mars is not really interested in observing our emotional responses and triggers, and you sort of just want to put the lid on it and deflect outwards. So it can be a really, it can make us want to become more prone to acting out instead of looking within and seeing, okay, this is why I'm reacting this way, and this is why I'm triggered in this way, and so Mars doesn't really concern itself with that here. It's sort of acting out instead. So it could also be a time where we're more uncomfortable, where our sort of state or natural state of peace and calm gets sort of a little bit, restless, you might say, or we get more agitated emotionally. So it could also be a time where because Cancer is the sign of the home, so it's our home life, our house. So when Mars comes in here, because Mars is a planet that also deals with real estate, so this could be a time where you feel like you want to make changes in your home and sort of take charge and sort of direct the energy. I want to do this, I want to change that, renovate, or I don't know, a time for buying or selling, or you make you more interested in that sort of thing. It could also be a time where, because if you think about the home, the heart of the home is the kitchen, right? So, and Mars comes in here with, Mars's knives and cutlery, and so this could really be a great time for cooking, So if you're interested in that, you could devote some more time and energy into cooking, or taking a cooking lesson or something, providing food for your family. So, but yeah, Mars might lose its ability to, or its interest, make us less interested in sort of regarding our emotions honestly and with a sense of neutral, just observing. So, and if you have been thinking about, starting a meditation practice or mindfulness practice, or, anything to sort of help yourself create some space where you just can create calm and emotional peace, this can be a great time for that, because we have to sort of transcend, what you say, we have to be bigger than the deflecting energy. We have to sort of make ourselves willing to look within, because I believe that we need to do that this month as well, because we've had so much transformational energy these past few weeks. So now we have to be able to and be willing to sort of look within and let our emotions sort of, let everything fall into place, let everything sink in, so that we can really get in touch with our inner compass and see where we land in all of this, So, yeah, that can be a challenge with Mars here. But then we will have Mercury stationing direct and Sun moving into Taurus on the same day, on May 15th. So when Mercury stations direct, we have been sort of preoccupied with, reflecting and considering and thinking, and the inner processes. So now we just want to start taking action again and start to move the energy again when Mercury moves forward. And Sun moving on into Taurus will start to bring an end to the transformational energy of Aries that we've seen these weeks, and more move into the next phase where we want to take action on those ideas or thoughts or projects that may have surfaced for us and start taking practical action again. So Sun in Taurus, I mean, Taurus is really, it's a sign of, you know, steady action, steady work, because Taurus sort of wants, you know, everything to run smoothly, and so the sun moving in here sort of puts the light on our material, on the material aspects of our life and those practical things, making sure everything is in order and that everything works smoothly. So this could be a great time for getting your finances in order, or making sure that, everything that deals with the material things or projects or work or daily routines that sort of make everything flow and work, and getting everything in order. So Sun can really make us more determined here as well to take any potential ideas and sort of make it happen, you know? Because the sun is our drive, our willpower, and Taurus is really, well, it's a stubborn sign of, you know, making the material aspects of our work and our home and our work life sort of in order. So sun here can really make us determined to take our actions to the next level. So it could be a good time for that as well. Then we will have Venus moving into Cancer on May 30th. So Venus moving into Cancer, that means that both Mars and Venus will be in Cancer. And Venus and Mars have a natural state of polarity, you might say, between them. They create a lot of friction. So when they both are in Cancer here, it could mean that that sense of friction pertains to our emotion and our emotional response to everything. So this can really heighten that sense of restlessness or inner restlessness. It can sort of challenge our state of inner peace and calm, if you will. So it could also mean that that sense of friction might pertain to our relationships as well. And because we're in Cancer that deals with family and home life, that I think that would mean our relationship that's closest to home, like our family. So this can be a time where we're sort of agitated, more easily agitated, and perhaps more prone to lash out, and not the best time perhaps for, you know, conflicts or heated discussions, because it could be we're a little bit more sensitive and a little bit more easily triggered than usual with this transit here. But Venus in Cancer could also be good for, you know, making everything beautiful in your home. So Venus in Cancer could also be a good time for, you know, redecorating or beautifying your home in general. Well, this is also good if you have or create a sort of routine for yourself, just to get a little moment of peace and quiet every day, where you're just able to relax and just be. Because I feel like it could be an emotionally intense transit. So create space and time for yourself. So that was it for this month's update. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like and comment below. If you want to read more about these transits, you are welcome to visit my blog at starlightinspiration.com/blog, where you can read more about it. Or visit me on Instagram at starlightinspiration, where I post new astrology content every week. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Bye.